The 5 body areas that quietly steal your energy after 60. You brushed your teeth, you shower. Maybe you add a little lotion if you remember. You think you've done enough. But what if I told you there are 5 tiny places on your body, completely forgotten in your daily routine, that are quietly draining your strength, your clarity, even your sleep? They don't hurt. They don't itch. They don't ask for attention. But slowly, gently, they take. One morning, your balance feels off. Another night, you wake up gasping for air. Your energy dips. Food tastes bland. Skin becomes sensitive. You chalk it up to aging. But it's not aging. It's neglect. Not of your whole self, just of these 5 small places. Places you never thought to clean fully. Or never knew how. And here's the twist. Every single one of them can be cared for in under 3 minutes a day. No fancy tools, no special products, just awareness and intention. One of them could be the reason your coffee no longer tastes like coffee. Another? The hidden cause behind your fatigue, no matter how much you sleep. And the most overlooked one? It might just be affecting your immune system, without a single symptom you can feel. If you care about growing older with grace, if you're caring for someone who's starting to fade quietly, then please, don't look away now. Because in the next few minutes, you'll discover the 5 forgotten rituals your body has been whispering for all along. When was the last time someone asked how your feet feel? Not your heart, not your blood pressure, not your cholesterol, your feet, or your tongue, or that tiny quiet curve beneath your arm. We do the basics. We brush, we rinse, we rub a little lotion on tired hands. But underneath that routine lies a quiet truth. We've been skipping the parts of ourselves that matter more than we knew. It doesn't show up all at once. But maybe your balance has gotten shaky. Maybe food doesn't taste quite right anymore. Maybe you're sleeping, but still waking up tired. Or worse, waking up unsure of yourself. And the most painful part? No one warned you. Not your doctor, not the books, not even your past self, who never imagined that small daily neglect could echo so far into the future. But today, that changes. Because there are 5 places on your body that deserve more attention than they get. Not out of vanity, but because they are silent gatekeepers of energy, circulation, immunity, even your peace of mind. Your tongue, your feet, your underarms, your nose, and yes, even your belly button. I know it sounds strange, maybe even silly. But I've seen what happens when people take these 5 places seriously, just a few minutes each day. Their balance improves, their confidence returns, their sleep deepens, their breath clears, and slowly, their relationship with aging shifts. Because aging with grace doesn't begin in a hospital or a pill bottle. It begins in how you care for the parts of yourself no one sees. So let's begin with the one you use every day, but almost never clean properly. And why it might be quietly stealing your taste, your breath, and even your immunity. We clean our hands, we wash our faces, we brush our teeth, but the one place we often forget, the one that affects everything from our breath to our immune system, is our tongue. Your tongue may be small, but it touches nearly every part of your life. Every meal begins there. Every spoken word passes over it. Every breath, every swallow, every quiet hum. It all begins with the tongue. And yet, we ignore it. Over time, bacteria build up, quietly, invisibly. A white film, a bitter taste, a heaviness in the mouth. But what you can't see is more important. Those bacteria can slip into tiny openings in your gums and blood vessels, especially as we age. And when they do, they don't stay in your mouth. They travel to your heart, to your lungs, to the places you never imagined were connected to something as simple as your tongue. Studies now show links between poor tongue hygiene and cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes complications, even memory issues. This isn't vanity. This is vitality, and the fix is incredibly gentle. Just one small tool, a tongue scraper. You don't have to press hard. Just glide it like wiping fog off a mirror, from back to front, a few times. Rinse with water or salt water or a mild antibacterial mouthwash. Do it in the morning before breakfast to clear out the bacteria that multiplied overnight, and again in the evening, gently before bed. It takes less than 3 minutes, but the benefits are real. Clearer taste, fresher breath, less plaque, stronger gums, more confidence, less inflammation, and perhaps even stronger protection against infection. Linda, a 67-year-old grandmother, didn't think much of her mouth until her dentist asked if she had started doing something different. Her gums looked healthier. Her breath improved, and oddly, she said, her tea finally tasted like it used to. That's the thing about care. You may not notice its absence until it returns, and when it does, you realize breath is not just breath. It's life coming back to you. Now let's move lower, to the part of your body that touches the earth with every step you take. The part that carries your story. Even when the world forgets, your feet have been with you through it all. Your first steps, your longest walks, the nights you danced barefoot in the kitchen, the mornings you tiptoed to not wake the children. They carried your weight when life felt heavy. But now, they ache more than they used to. They swell. They feel colder, slower. Sometimes, they tremble beneath you, and slowly, you find yourself hesitating before you stand. Reaching for furniture, checking for rugs. It's not just age, it's not just how it is. It's often something far more basic, something that can be changed. Because your feet are the foundation of your entire body. And like any foundation, when neglected, everything above begins to shift. Your posture, your circulation, your balance, your sense of safety. Many older adults believe rinsing in the shower is enough. But moisture, bacteria, dead skin, all of it hides in the smallest corners, between your toes, beneath the nails, in skin folds that no longer shed as quickly as they once did. And the result? Infections, itching, pain, even small wounds that don't heal, especially for those living with diabetes. But the good news is simple. Your feet need less than 5 minutes of care each day. Start by sitting down somewhere comfortable. Use a soft washcloth and warm water, not hot. Gently clean the tops, soles, and most importantly, between each toe. Think of it like dusting fine wood. Not scrubbing, just care. Then dry thoroughly, every inch. Moisture is the enemy of aging feet. And finally, check them. Notice any redness, swelling, cuts, cracks? Don't ignore them. Your feet often whisper long before your doctor sees what's wrong. Thomas, a 74-year-old gardener, ignored a small itch for weeks. What began as a little irritation became a fungal infection that spread to his heel. Only when he started a simple daily wash and dry routine did things improve. And for the first time in years, he walked through his backyard without flinching. You don't need fancy creams, just attention. Gentle, steady attention. Because when your feet feel safe, you feel safe. And when you stop fearing the floor beneath you, you begin to trust life again. But what if I told you that something as small as your armpit might be holding on to toxins, product buildup, and stress signals that affect your entire immune system? They say healing begins with letting go. But how can the body let go when the very place it drains from is blocked? Your underarms, yes, those quiet little hollows beneath your shoulders, are home to something far more powerful than sweat glands or body odor. They house a delicate system of lymph nodes, part of your body's natural waste removal and immune defense system. Every day they help filter toxins, move fluid, carry away the things your body doesn't need. But what happens when they're clogged? Not with dirt, but with leftover deodorant, with old skin cells, with bacteria tucked deep in folds we barely touch. Over time, this buildup doesn't just cause odor or irritation. It can slow down your lymph flow, create swelling, trigger inflammation, even make your body more vulnerable to illness. The signs are often subtle: a heaviness under the arm, skin that stays red, small bumps that come and go. But for many, they go unnoticed, because we were never taught to clean this part of ourselves properly. Sally, 68, once told me, "I washed everywhere, but never really there." She'd had recurring rashes for years. Doctors gave her creams. Nothing helped, until one day, she changed how she washed. Warm water, gentle soap, slow, circular motions, like wiping a foggy mirror. She rinsed well, dried carefully, let the skin breathe before applying anything. Within 2 weeks, the rashes faded. Within a month, her underarms no longer itched or stung. Her energy? It just felt lighter, she said. You see, when the underarms are clean, not just fresh-smelling but truly clean, your body relaxes, it drains better, it releases what it's held onto. And that sense of heaviness you didn't realize you were carrying, it begins to lift. You don't need strong soaps or scrubs, just warmth, slowness, and awareness. So the next time you bathe, take one more breath. Pause, and care for the place where your body quietly lets go. Because when your underarms are clear, your entire system can flow again. There's one more place, often ignored, often unseen, that filters nearly 20,000 breaths a day. And if it's clogged, everything slows down, especially your sleep, your focus, and your energy. Take a breath with me. In through your nose, slowly, gently. Now out. It feels automatic, natural, like something we don't need to think about. But what if that breath you just took wasn't as clean or as full as it should be? What if you've been living with half your air for years and didn't even know it? You see, your nose is more than just a place for smell. It's your body's first gatekeeper, a silent guardian filtering the air before it touches your lungs, your heart, your brain. We breathe nearly 20,000 times a day, and every breath is either healing us or slowly wearing us down. Dust, pollen, bacteria, they build up quietly inside your nasal passages, and over time, they block the very flow that fuels your body. If you wake up stuffy, if you snore more now than you used to, if your sleep feels light, shallow, or restless, it may not be your mattress, your age, or even your stress. It may simply be that your nose has been forgotten. But the solution is beautifully simple. Each morning, splash warm water gently around your nostrils. Use a saline spray to flush out overnight dust. And if you're open to it, try a steam bowl with a towel over your head. Let the warmth melt away what's stuck. Breathe slowly. Let the steam carry peace into your lungs. James, a 69-year-old carpenter, told me he hadn't slept through the night in over a decade. He thought it was just part of getting older. But when he started caring for his nose each evening, just 5 quiet minutes before bed, he began waking up refreshed, clear, rested, and Bella, 76, said this: "I didn't realize how much oxygen I was missing until I finally felt it come back. Because when your nose is open, your mind is clearer, your sleep is deeper, your energy returns. So tonight, before you close your eyes, clean the place where breath begins, the forgotten filter, the quiet giver of life." And now, we arrive at the smallest, strangest place of all, a place no one ever talks about. But if left unclean, it can hold bacteria, odors, and even memories of discomfort you never traced before. There's a place on your body you probably haven't touched in weeks, maybe months. A place so small, so quiet, we assume it takes care of itself. Your belly button. It was your first connection to life. The bridge between you and your mother. The passageway through which you were nourished, sustained, protected. And then, it was forgotten, hidden beneath clothing, covered by layers of time. Rarely noticed, unless maybe it starts to smell. And here's what most people never realize. Your belly button can trap sweat, bacteria, skin oils, and even fibers from your clothes. Over time, these can mix into a sticky buildup, one that causes odor, irritation, or even low-grade infections. Many older adults begin to notice an odd smell, a subtle discomfort, a small rash that lingers, and most never trace it back to this tiny, tucked-away place. But the fix? It's gentle, private, easy, warm water, a soft cotton swab, a few circular motions, no pressure, just intention. Once a week is enough. Rinse, pat dry, let it breathe. And in that small act, you begin to reclaim a part of yourself that had been abandoned. Jane, 78, said this: "I always felt just a little off. I thought it was laundry detergent or my skin cream. But one day I cleaned my belly button, and the next morning, I felt fresher, lighter. It's hard to explain, but I just felt more me." There's something sacred about caring for the forgotten parts of ourselves, the places we don't see in the mirror, the places no one ever told us to clean, the places that still, somehow, hold stories. You don't need expensive oils, you don't need a routine, just the decision to be gentle. Because when we honor even the smallest places, we tell our whole body, "I still care. I still see you." And sometimes that small message is all we need to feel whole again. And now, dear friend, you've returned to places long overlooked. From tongue to feet, from nose to navel, you've offered your body something rare. True, present care. But before we say goodbye, allow me to leave you with something soft, something simple, something lasting. Maybe you didn't expect this journey today. You clicked, perhaps out of curiosity, or because something deep inside whispered, "I've been tired lately. I don't feel quite like myself." And now, here we are. You've walked through 6 quiet rooms in the house of your body, each one dusty, forgotten, needing a little light. Your tongue, your feet, your underarms, your nose, your belly button. Such simple places. Yet each one carries a story, a function, a silent plea for care. And by tending to them, even gently, even briefly, you're doing something profound. You're telling your body, you still matter. Because let's be honest, aging can sometimes feel like slowly fading into the background. Like people stop asking how you're really feeling. Like the world moves a little faster than you do. But your body? It's still listening. It still hopes you'll notice. And tonight, maybe for the first time in a long time, you did. You paused. You learned. You turned toward yourself with kindness. And I want you to remember this. Healing doesn't always come in grand gestures. Sometimes it arrives in warm water, in a soft towel, in 3 slow breaths through a clean nose. So here's my gentle invitation. Pick one habit, just one. Try it tomorrow. Not as a chore, but as a gift. Then come back. Let me know how it felt. Not what changed outside, but how you felt inside. And if this video spoke to you, if it softened something or sparked something, I'd love for you to stay connected. Click like, subscribe if you haven't yet. Not because of numbers, but because I want to keep offering you more small, gentle ways to feel better, live better, age beautifully. And maybe, just maybe, rediscover the quiet joy of coming home to yourself.